Hey Emily, I've looked over your lesson plan and here's my feedback. This is very well aligned. I think you did a fantastic job at taking them from the notions of themes and bringing them into this really abstract concept of reader meaning text method of understanding. I think reading for all purposes is the perfect goal to use for this, and your students will be able to is extremely thorough, almost a little too thorough. Think about what you put on the board just being that part right there, okay? Just so students don't come in and go, oh my God, we have to do all that today, because they will. And then keep this part kind of in the background, all right? Formative assessment is fantastic. Looking at the graphic organizer and then having them plan, using reader meaning text method in other classes, I think is a fantastic way to go. Okay, here's one thing I think. Oh, so we saw this hook in class, and so I already gave you feedback on that. Very well done. And then when we get to the instructional piece, I'm going to challenge you a little bit to see if you can't do a little bit more back and forth interaction with the students. There's a lot of you talking in here, which needs to happen in the instructional piece, but I think you can change some of these pieces right here into more of like a question and answer format, so that you're scaffolding the questions from this piece right here, opinions of students, to this piece right here, an example of a text that fits the description, how that informs the opinion, how that voice interacts. Because remember that discussion is a teaching tactic, not a lesson plan. So think about scaffolding those questions out for those students, okay? This section here, when you model, if I recollect correctly from your lesson plan, you did all the talking in here and you spoke very quickly too. Think about A, slowing that rate of speech down a little bit, and B, peppering this in with a few questions along the way, okay? So we're going to do some transaction between the opinions we thought about and derive some meaning from Gatsby. Why, and one of the first questions we're going to ask ourselves is this essential question we're working with today, why is it that understanding backgrounds helps you understand why people have certain opinions? And get them thinking in that, and then good, so look how we have this column here and this column here, and write that here, and blah, blah, blah. Don't run away with the text and twist it to your every whim. It's important to stay close to it, things like that, and then turning that into a question right there. Why is it important to respect the author's writing? Why is it important to respect the historical context? Think about turning a few of these direct instruction speaking pieces into questioning pieces, so that you're drawing the students out, and that you're asking questions, and you're getting their voice into the room, and you're activating their knowledge, so that when you turn them loose to do their small group practice, they've practiced saying those words a little bit, okay? Other than that, I think that this lesson plan is really well done, and I'm glad that you have an exit slip for the day, jotting down examples of those interactions, so that as they walk out, you can see which kids are digging down deep, and which kids are really staying at the surface level that you may need to, walk around and talk to next time. Other than that, really well done. Thanks.